I mean, you know, I've hardly made any statements. The only time that I've ever responded to this, Dan, is when I've been asked a question. And every time I get asked a question, I say what the reality is. I'm then accused of being...
What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, legendary United Kingdom, UK, promoter, Queensberry Promotion CEO, Frank Warren, co-promoter of undefeated two-time heavyweight world champion British superstar boxer Tyson the Gypsy King Fury, who's also co-promoted by legendary top-ranked CEO and promoter Bob Arum here in the States. So Frank Warren, he co-promotes Tyson Fury in the UK. Bob Arum, he co-promotes Tyson Fury in the States. So Frank Warren, he responds to Eddie Hearn, claiming that Eddie Hearn, Matchroom CEO and promoter of two-time unified heavyweight world champion British superstar boxer Anthony Joshua. Matchroom promoter Eddie Hearn stated that this week you was going to get an announcement for Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua showdown, okay? So Frank Warren is responding to that, and he says he's only telling people what's really going on, that he's just responding to people asking him what Eddie Hearn information is putting out there, okay? So he says in this interview that Tyson Fury is not going to sign the contract because, get this, there is no money. The funding that Eddie Hearn is claiming that is there from these investment groups in Saudi Arabia and other places, Frank Warren says, to his surprise, this money is not there. Ironically enough, he says that they haven't shown proof of funds. This is what Eddie Hearn was claiming that former Olympic bronze medalist, former WBC American heavyweight world champion, superstar boxer Deontay the Bronze Bomber Wilder was doing when he was offering Anthony Joshua the $50 million that Anthony Joshua asked for. And Eddie Hearn continued to say they never showed proof of funds. Now Frank Warren has turned the tables, and Frank Warren is saying they haven't shown proof of funds. Ironically enough, okay? So he says that Tyson Fury will not sign any of these contracts. But just a couple of weeks ago, they told us that both parties involved signed both contracts, signed all the contracts. Now Frank Warren is saying that Tyson Fury refuses to sign the contract. Did they sign the contract or did they not sign the contract? So let's just listen to this.
The contract signed. And you can only sign a contract when all the parties agree on it. And we've got a contract at the moment that all the parties don't agree on. And we've got a contract at the moment that Tyson Fury will not sign.
So he's now saying that how could they have an agreement when they don't have no signed contracts? But just 3 weeks ago, everybody was on board when Eddie Hearn says that all parties involved signed the contracts. So now Frank Warren is saying Tyson Fury refuses to sign the contract because there's no proof of funds. Okay? So now he's going to go on to say that Tyson Fury is with Bob Arum and they're looking to showcase a fight July. So he says that Eddie Hearn and Anthony Joshua have another 48 hours. Yeah, Eddie Murphy, another 48 hours. Okay? And then Tyson Fury's walking away. Well, 3.5 weeks ago, Tyson Fury, he said that they have 48 hours to get everything settled or he was walking away. So now they're giving him another 48 hours. Eddie Murphy, right? So let's just listen to what he's saying.
It is a guarantee for the amount of money that's being paid. And until somebody actually, until there is until Tyson is satisfied that the money that's in that contract is guaranteed by a bank, then it ain't going to get signed.
There you have it. So now Frank Warren is saying that the money in the bank, the proof of funds, is not guaranteed, and they ain't showing no signs that they even have the money. Well, Tyson Fury, he's not on board, and he's not signing anything. Okay, well, now we see WBC American heavyweight champion Deontay Wilder, who is contractually obligated to receive a trilogy match from yours truly, Tyson Fury. He's back in training camp. Tyson Fury's in the States. And we know Bob Arum, he stated that they feel like, they're going to go in the direction of Deontay Wilder And Anthony Joshua is going to go in the direction of his WBO mandatory and undefeated former cruiserweight undisputed world champion in Alexander Usyk. So Bob Arum has his sights set on facing Deontay Wilder. And in this very same interview, Frank Warren addresses that and says, well, Bob Arum, he's ready to move forward with the Deontay Wilder fight in July. So he says that Eddie Hearn, they're running out of time. He says we're already 4 months in and there's no movement. There's no guarantees. Well, I'm confused as to how there's no guarantees and how there's no contract signs when just 3.5 weeks ago, they announced that all parties involved signed their contracts. And now Frank Warren is saying Tyson Fury refuses to sign the contract without money being guaranteed. Doesn't that sound familiar? When Anthony Joshua and Eddie Hearn was claiming that there was no proof of funds, so they didn't want to sign to fight Deontay Wilder because they didn't know what was in the writing, okay, the fine print. So they were stating that they didn't want to, just sign on, and there was no proof of funds. Okay. So now Eddie Hearn, the roles have reversed, the tables and the ties have reversed. And now Frank Warren is saying there's no proof of funds. Okay. So now Tyson Fury is headed into a trilogy match with Deontay Wilder, who could completely upset the entire apple card. They won a undisputed UK heavyweight. The last time they had it was 120 years ago, over 120 years ago. So that's why they're so eager to get this fight with Tyson Fury and Anthony Joshua, because it's a win-win situation. Regardless who wins, you're going to get an undisputed United Kingdom heavyweight champion. And that's historic because it hasn't happened in 120 years. So this is what they're looking to do. That's why they're so eager to maneuver around Deontay Wilder, because at the very least, we know he has a punch of chance to upset the apple card and not have an undisputed heavyweight United Kingdom champion. And that reign continues, that drought continues, and they don't want the drought to continue. You understand that Eddie Hearn, he doesn't really truly, it doesn't matter. Of course, he wants Anthony Joshua to be victorious, but Eddie Hearn is looking to secure and cement his legacy. If he's able to deliver undisputed United Kingdom heavyweight champion in over 120 years, well, his legacy, his mark on the sport of boxing in the UK has just jumped leaps and bounds. So, see, he's in a win-win situation. Now, obviously, like I stated, he will want Anthony Joshua to win the fight because that's his fighter, okay? That's his vested interest. But for his legacy, it's a win-win for him. So Eddie Hearn, he knows that it's not happening, but Eddie Hearn is trying his best to make this fight come into fruition because Eddie Hearn knows and he understands his legacy. And it's the legacy of Frank Warren. But I think that at this point in time, Frank Warren is looking at it from the standpoint, and he's saying, it's just not happening right now. So we're going to have to deal with the cards that we dealt, and we're going to have to go up against Deontay Wilder, and hopefully Tyson Fury gets past Deontay Wilder, and then we can start making our way through that to that Anthony Joshua fight without any hurdles, without any roadblocks. We know Bob Arum, he stated that he went to the arbitration hearing with Tyson Fury, and that turned into negotiations. So he said that, it's not happening with Eddie Hearn. Eddie Hearn can't show proof of funds. This is the same thing that Bob Arum uttered just a week ago or so. He said that there's no proof of funds, and Eddie Hearn went mute because he can't show the proof of funds. He can't deliver the fight. And now the investment groups, according to Frank Warren, has yet to show proof of funds. So Tyson Fury is refusing to sign the contract that they said he signed 3.5 weeks ago. So 3.5 weeks ago, we got an announcement that all parties involved signed the contract. And now once again, Frank Warren, he disputes that and says Tyson Fury refuses to sign the contract. But I thought he signed the contract already. So you see the runaround that they give you? They tell you, Eddie Hearn has been telling you that you're going to get an announcement for months now. 4 months, Frank Warren said. It's been 4 months Eddie Hearn's been saying we're going to get an announcement. Eddie Hearn just stated that you're going to get an announcement during the Canelo Alvarez-Billy Joe Saunders fight. Tyson Fury was ringside. You got no announcement. Now Eddie Hearn is once again saying you're going to guarantee to get an announcement this week. And now Frank Warren is saying that's not going to happen because there's no proof of funds. The money is not there. And Tyson Fury is refusing to sign. But they said Tyson Fury signed the contract already. So you see how they contradict themselves over and over again? So this is what I'm going to tell you. People refuse to believe the truth. They rather embellish in a lie. So let's see. We're going to get an announcement this week, or it's going to turn into next week. But Frank Warren, he just said that they got 48 hours. They don't even have a week. Make sure you hit the like button. Drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue, Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button. Hit the like button. Hit the bell icon to get all the new notifications. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.
Hey, this is Ebony Bridges, Blonde Bomber, and you're watching Blue Blood Sports TV.